earbuds in. Make sure that this can hear me. All right. So, hey y'all, it is Thursday. So, as you guys know, on Thursdays I do my photography mistakes. I am about 20 minutes late, but it's just been one of them days today, and I'm not even for the trip. So, I'm gonna do a simple setup for you guys today. As you can see, I have my white backdrop here already set up. I got my softbox also set up. I'm going to go into that in a minute because there's a specific way that I'm doing my continuous setup. And I also have my camera here as well. So ideally, of course, what I usually for these sessions, I usually would like to have for the last couple of sessions, I've been having my laptop showing the screen of what I'm taking pictures of, as well as having the stream connected to my OBS studio. I did not do that today. I just feel like I'm really trying to keep it as simple as possible. So instead, what I will do though, I will still connect my camera to the laptop. So I probably will show you guys what that looks like right quick so you guys have an idea. So this is, so I'll go down. So this is the laptop, okay? And this is my tethering cord. All right, so this is the cord that I will use to connect my camera to. All right, so now what I'll do is, first thing I really want to do is I will go ahead and unwrap this. I will connect this to my laptop. Make sure that my camera is actually on. And then I will connect my camera. So I'll bring this down some so you guys can get a better view. So for this, it'll be, I'll bring it closer so you guys can see. So there is a slot right here on the side that I will open up, and I will actually connect this to this camera right here. And then I'll hear a beep. Well, make sure it's cut on first. It's on. Plug this in. I'll hear a beep on the laptop. Then this will show up right here, letting me know that my camera has been connected. And then what I'll do is I will actually go ahead and go to my EOS utility app, and I will select remote shooting, which you guys would have a good view of that. All right. Now I have a folder where all my live shots go into, so it'll be this right here. But so I'll do a test shot so you guys can see what I mean. So right now, these have specific dates on them. Okay, so these have specific dates on them, and this was from last week, the third. And if I click on one, you'll be able to see, of course, what that image looked like. Right? So that gives you an idea of what is in that folder. And when I do it this way, these pictures actually do not even save on my camera data saved to the folder. And I appreciate that because it allows me to not have to use up space on my camera. So I'll do a test shot right quick, and it'll pop up. So I will zoom in on something like this. This here. I still got my timer on for whatever reason, but I know why. And ultimately, you will see I have here on the side the settings of my camera, and it just took the shot, and it'll show up right here. So as you can see, obviously there's no lighting to it, nothing like that. But that'll be me doing adjustments because right now the even aperture is like all the way low. So I'll do another one while bringing my aperture say down in a sense. So this is the live view. All right. So let me see. I really should screen record that. So this is typically what I would do in my own time. Like I would really set up a lot of this stuff so you guys can see how I film, and I'll update this later. So now what I'll do is I'll hit record because it's a new recording. And right now I'm currently using my 35 millimeter on my camera. So I'm just gonna record everything. So I don't really have a specific area that I want to shoot. Okay. And my mic is working, as you guys can see there as well. I don't need both. I just need the screen. and then I'll hit record, right? And it's gonna record whatever's on my screen. So ideally, right here, of course, this is where my camera settings are. Now, I actually can adjust this way. So if I wanted to, I can bring this down to F550, and you can see a little more light is coming in. And I could even bring this up if I wanted to, say 64. As you can see, it shows up all of that. And I could also, 'cause right now, I gotta make sure that it doesn't disconnect too. There's also that. All right. So that is typically how I'll do that. So I'll do like another video, or we'll post that particular video. For right now, let me make sure my battery is charged, because right now it shows it as if it's not. And that's not the case, but here we go. So I will switch this out right quick. Okay. All right. This way ain't no better. So how in the hell? All right. Battery replaced. Go ahead and put this in. I'm still gonna finish up at 9, just because of the type of day that it is. I ain't gonna flex. So either way, I now have the camera connected, my battery's replaced, and I'm gonna just go over some simple setups that I would use when it comes to my hold up, here we go. That I would use when it comes to my one light setups. Okay, I'll bring this up so I can see a little better there. Have this on. Then of course this folder has been created here, which is what I wanted. The remote shooting. Okay, so here is an interesting setup that I have right now. So don't judge me. It is what it is. So actually do have a softbox, but I don't have a softbox that's like this that doesn't only connect to my speed light. And if you look at it closely, you can see I have a bulb in here, right? This connects to its own extension, by the way. I just had it tighten up my bracket so that way it can stay here. Now I'm using this for my continuous light setup because I want to be able to play with more continuous lighting. Okay, I'm gonna do like really simple shots today. So I'm actually gonna diffuse this, but I want to turn the light on because it does come with a remote. Look, I love this bulb because it comes with a remote and I access it that way. Granted, yes, I know a lot of other photographers might be like, "Oh, you need to get one of the AD 200s or whatever it is." Budget is what it is at the end of the day. So this is how you can do the same thing without having to go and spend three, four, $500 on a light. I'm gonna definitely get there, but this is what I can do right now to the give the results that I want. Okay, so I got my camera set up here, so that's doing what it needs to do. Of course, I will take a sample shot so that way I can see what I'm working with. Okay, so I'm taking a picture of this, and it's gonna show up on my camera once it does it. So there's that, and then if you go here, there is that. So as you can see, it all shows up there. So that is ideally the setup that I'm now working with on a consistent basis. So that's with my clients, with myself, just making sure that I have that. All right. So I'm gonna turn this on so you guys can see what that looks like. Then I'm gonna add the diffusion onto it as well. So make sure this has a battery. It does not. All right. So this one has a battery. So this is the remote that I use when it comes to this light right here. You turn. Well, I'm gonna turn it on here first. Then it turns on there. All right. So as you can see how it's looking. All right. So now if I want to there's these options. Actually, you can turn this around. So the options on here, as you can see, we got warm, we got cold, and we got white. And of course, you can lower the brightness. You can add the kelvins. You can do it on auto. Like it's a variety of things. The only thing you can't do on here is the colored LED lights, and that's okay. Okay. So I'm going to blow this up so I can see what I'm shooting and make sure that it's coming in clear. Okay, so now I don't necessarily know if I want it to be warm, but I'm gonna diffuse it anyway, right? Which means I'm gonna put the white, um, I'm gonna put a white covering over it and possibly a grid. All right, so this will be the white cover over my softbox. So I'll just have you guys see how I'm setting that up right quick. I can lower the brightness with the remote, but I want to be able to get to the habit of using my equipment. Even if I can control it, I can still be able to use these because at the end of the day, it still is beneficial. Okay, so we'll do that there, just like that. Right, so that's already taking care of that part. And now I want to add a little more diffusion, which I do because I do want to control the lighting that is spilling. And I'm going to turn this backlight off, and I'm going to add this grid to it. Now that I won't be able to get with the remote. So I do want to make sure I'm utilizing my grid, which I love this grid, by the way, because I've always wanted one. So I'm glad that I finally got it. And voila, just like that, I contain that look. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and bring it here. Okay, and for content purposes, I'm going to do a 360 of this current setup right here, so I can show people what exactly I got going on. So camera, right? Camera, laptop, softbox, backdrop, right? And now, of course, if I'm looking at it from this perspective, this is ideally how that would look like. Okay, and as you can see, the the laptop is still showing the display of what I wanted that to show as far as my pictures go. So that's where we're going to test out a lot of stuff at. All right, so now we're just going to jump right into it. 'Cause I really don't want to waste y'all's time or mine. Okay, so now because I do got my light contained, you guys do need to see this at least. All right, so now that I do have my light contained, okay, so now what I'll make sure is that I want to position it where I want it to be. So I'll bring it up and I can turn this a little bit so I can have access to. So first, we'll drop this down. Okay, so we will bring this down as far as the brightness goes. As you can see, you can tell the difference, right? I'm gonna turn off this light right quick behind me so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you guys can see that, right? So now if I bring it up, it's doing that. And of course I make it white. It does that. Cold, that as well. I'll probably keep it at white, but I will bring it down. Just so you guys can get an even better look at that, because I personally love the way that it does it. So say, bring it up, and then we go cold, warm, white. Now this will be great for video lighting, okay? And this is something I definitely would use when it comes to that. So I'll just have the video lights here while I'm doing my lives, for example, and that'll help when it comes to that. And I can just bring it down to where it looks more flattering on me, right? So that's an idea. And I'll probably keep it I said white. I said white. Let's try cold. Either way, we're gonna mess with it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some test shots. See how everything looks. Make sure that I can see myself in the camera. All that stuff. Make sure that everything is sharp. Okay, so I need a standing point. meaning I can I can bring something here to so I can stand on it. So that way I know for a fact that if I get there and stand there, I will be in focus. So I will bring this tripod right here and I will place it right here. Okay. And this is ideally where I'm gonna stand at. Okay. So it'll be like right in this position right here. So I'm gonna leave it here and then I'm gonna go to my camera and focus on it. So you guys can see that. So we're gonna go to that screen. It's Keymaster 35. So what I'll do is I will make sure this is coming in focus. Can't you see that? It's not the best angle. It's not even showing very well. Okay, here we go. If I go at angle, okay, because right now it's out of focus. If I flip it, here it is in focus, and right here. That's where I want to stand at for myself. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll go back here because I want to make sure that my ISO is not really that high. I really don't need it that high. So I'm gonna go here, switch off the ISO, go to 100. All right, and then I'll go back to the main screen just to double check. As you can see, it's dark now. So what I want to do now is lower my aperture. So bring that from 5 to let's do it can go down to 2. So we'll do 2.0. Okay. And then if I need to, I can also increase the lighting. All right, the lighting itself. I'm gonna take a snapshot right quick where it's at just to see what we're looking like. Doing a countdown. I mean I can move this, make sure that I'm here. And I can look at this camera. I'm not in place. All right, but we're gonna look at it anyway. And it did come in sharper, so I'm happy about that. So I will bring it up. This is where is it? Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna double check. Because luckily I got the screen already showing me. I want to make sure that I'm in the right spot. And I'll move this closer to me probably. This is giving me some more depth. I'm liking how it's looking. Alright. And I probably won't adjust it again, but I do like how it looks ultimately. So I'll bring this like this so you guys can see both angles. Okay, so that's perfect. This is perfect. Actually, I like the way all this is set up. So far, according to this, I am in focus, but now I want to adjust my background. Having to make sure that I'm paying attention to this type of details ultimately because it's going to make a difference, right? So now I feel like I want to stretch this out even more. So what I'll do is I will pull this over. Then same thing with this because now it's showing up in the camera like how I was supposed to. Then I also pull this over like so. Now it's looking better. And then do it like that. Make sure nothing is coming up off the ground. Okay, so now I'm in focus. But now what I want to do is I don't want to be too close to the background because it will have me create a shadow. So I'll show up here. I like this. I like this right here. I think this visual right here is nice. So I'm going to do a test shot right quick. Now, I know the camera's telling me one thing, but I want to see what this is also telling me. So we'll come here and voila. I like it. I like it. So now what I can do, and this is the beauty of being able to finesse what I currently have. What I can do is because I see so like a minor shadow behind me, but I'm okay with it. So I will increase the lighting here. Is it getting brighter? 50, 100. All right, now I'm gonna see if this is showing up differently. I'm gonna look here. Okay. So now what I'll do is, 'cause I do see the difference, but keep in mind it's a one light setup. So I will now. I'm really loving the fact that I got this option because I can really see where I'm in focus at or not in focus at to be able to really make sure that I'm getting what I need. So this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, I'm excited. All right, so now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this here. But I'm gonna put it over me. Okay, so now we're gonna be right here. All right, so can you guys see that? I think you guys can see that. But first, I'm gonna drop it down some so I can really make sure that it is. There we go. Drooped towards my head. Bring it back up like so. So now you'll have this image. So now I ain't gonna bring this back because the picture is showing as if it's like it's in the shot. So I don't want that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and press the button. So I got out of focus right quick, but I can fix that. So how am I gonna fix that? Put this in its place. So I will put this in my place. I don't know why I said its place. Like it's not more than me, but anyway, we're here. All right. So now come here. Focus, focus. Perfect, perfect. As you can see, my ISO is still at 100. Aperture's at 2.0, and my speed's at 40. Now, of course, I can bring the speed up. Um, 'Cause right now with it being at low, it's definitely bringing in more ambient light, but that's okay. Um, and always, if I had more light, then I would be concerned. They're not concerned. If I had more light, I'd have more to work with, meaning I'd be able to bring the shutter speed up. Okay, so let's see. Did it come as sharp as I thought it did? Sharp enough. Sharp enough. But as you can see, the brightness and the positioning made a big difference. All right, so I'm going to take it again because I want to make sure that I look like somebody. All right, so now I'm going to, I'm actually going to flip this. I'm going to flip my camera. There we go. You guys can see it? Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to tighten that up. So I'm not going to, luckily I don't have to do any adjustments here because I can actually do them on the computer. Only adjustment I need to do here is to make sure that, so if I'm thinking about my head, okay, I want this to be where my head's gonna be at. So I'm gonna bring this up here. So that way when I take the picture, all of this is in focus, which will be me. So I'm gonna put it as tall as me. Put this off to the side. Wait, I was supposed to keep it there because I gotta do the lighting part. All right. So do this here. Now we're going to make sure that it is in focus. We're gonna move it to me towards the middle, and it's actually in focus. But you gotta think about it, because it is a prime lens. I have to be careful because some of these I have to make sure that the brightness, the sharpness is showing up at the top. Okay. So now that I can see I'm sharp there, I'm gonna go here. All right, and I'm gonna remove this, put this to the side, and then I'm going to take the picture. I need a. This says a button I can use, or okay, let me see where am I at. They said there's like a remote I should be able to use to be able to get me to really snake take the snapshot for me. I just haven't invested in that yet, but that looks better. That looks good. That looks good. So that's not even completely over my head. So now I can do the ones completely over my head. I can show you guys what that looks like right quick. So that'll be me literally moving this here. So it's gonna be in front of the camera. Um, which is fine. So I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna bring this up even more like this, but put it literally right in front of me. I do want to make sure and I feel like it's as far down as I can get it. Let me double check. Let me bring this like that. All right, like I need it to be pointing all the way down. So now I'll bring this up. So can you guys can see that? You see what I just did there? That's where exactly where I'm gonna be at. So now I need to make sure that I am also moving this over. Because typically I'm probably gonna be like right in the middle. So I will probably move this up. So that way it's shooting around. Okay. And you guys can stand right here. You guys can get the overview. So that's where my softbox is at. Okay. And then what I'll do, I will place this still in the middle to show that that's me. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure that this is moved over. So I will also adjust this, move over, make sure that this is in focus, bring it up in focus, hit the button, put this to the side, and looking right at the laptop, by the way. But even still, this is the idea that I ultimately wanted. And I'm gonna show the picture that I took. But this is ideally what I want. So now what I can do is I can make it to where I'm actually gonna put a chair in this place instead. Okay, just so that way it's not so much focus. So I will, cause I need to put weight on this, so I can drop it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test to see what this looks like from this perspective. But I want to make sure that my chair is in focus. So again, this is me. Okay, so if I'm sitting here, I want to make sure that this is gonna be showing where my head is gonna be at. So we'll say right here. Okay, we'll say right here. Then we're going to do the testing portion. So I'll probably aim it facing down. I think I'll move the chair over a little bit too. Okay. Then I'm going to, so I don't know if you guys can see it. Then I'm going to, hold up, where we at? So you guys can see. So it was here like this first. Then I went ahead. Do you auto rotate? Cool. All right. So now, as you can see, as if I'm that close, it'll be that much in focus. But we're gonna test it out because the background right now is gonna blur it out. So we're gonna see, but I have to purposely move my head in that direction. So we're gonna take that out. All right. So now I'm gonna see what it looks like. I felt like I was in focus. Yes, yes, and yes. Now I'll do the editing and stuff later, obviously, but right now, a lot of this is so that way I'm making sure that I am utilizing my space. I am utilizing my lighting. I am making it make sense. Now, what I will say and do, because I have a lot of shadow here, look like I got a dark beard. So we're going to see what it looks like to add a reflector. Okay, so I'll put this off to the side. Okay, so I like that. I was supposed to bounce off the light. All right, so we're going to test it out to see what happens. I'm going to leave it like so. Looks like it got me some. All right, looks like it got some. I'm going to say a whole lot, but looks like it got some. So let's see. It's better than what it was. All right. All right, so I'm gonna try one more time. But this time, see if I can get the chair in focus. See if that makes a difference. Then go back here. Do that. That looked like it was a lot better. It was. It was just the focus wasn't what it needed to be. But again, we'll put this here. Now, what I can do is I can actually go ahead and increase my aperture. It will make it a little darker, but if I increase the aperture, I'll be a little more in focus. So I can actually do that here without having to go to the camera. So let's go here. We'll do live, right? So right now, go ahead and make this in focus. All right. So now also making sure that if I adjust, let's see, let me see if I can do both at the same time. So go here and then also click here. Okay. So if I go here and I increase that to 4, see, it makes it a little darker. Okay. And I could also increase my ISO that way, so it can kind of compensate. Now, if I want to, I can actually increase this or change it all together. That's white. That's cold. So it was on cold. So now we'll try white. Okay. But I feel like one was not bad, but the one was yellow. So I'll keep it on white. And it doesn't even look all the way white. That is fine. Um, and then because if I adjust it to shutter speed, it's gonna get dark again. So I will probably do back to one back over. Excuse me. Because if I do 1/30, I just gotta make sure I don't move. So I'm gonna keep it at 1/40. Okay, and I'll probably increase this up to 8, just so we can get this to see if we can get the effect that we're looking for. Okay, um, that's in focus. I'm gonna take that picture. I'm gonna move this out the way. Look at that. Wow, it looks amazing. Now, I gotta be more in the center, but it looks amazing. Like it's so much better than what it was. And I'm gonna try it one more time without the without the reflector. So you still got a little bit of here, right? But if I move the reflector here, you can see it's moving. Like it's moving with me. All right. Especially if I'm giving it space. So if I'm like here and I'm adjusting this, you can see it's giving me more light. Of course, if I rotate it completely away from me, it gets rid of this. So ideally is make sure that I'm obviously sitting it straight. Okay, so which way? Because I'm not in the middle at all, by the way. Maybe if I move here, is that in the middle? Or maybe if I move here, it feels like I'm even way more away from the middle. That might be here. It's here. Okay. So, okay. All right, here we go. All right. So now I'm also noticing depending on where I sit, it's going to determine on one, how much light I get, and two, how much in focus I am. Because I already got the focus already set up over here anyway. So right now I'm playing around with the lighting to make sure that I get my shadow to be reduced. So the best way to do that would be to have it even like this. This will make a difference. All right. Luckily, with the way I have these videos here, I can actually put them together. But this is ideally what would be taking place. All right. So now, if I really want to, I can adjust this light a little bit more. Okay. So now, if I'm like, oh my God, it's too bright on my face, I can change back the code if I wanted to. I can do it to warm. Again, I don't only unless I'm doing something cinematic, I probably won't mess with this one as much. Um, but yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll bring it down. Look at that. So yeah, it's changing back to white, which is fine. And I'll bring the brightness down just a tad. But I'm also gonna make sure that this is giving what it needs to give. So the safe spot right here. If I bring this up a little more, if I got it here, the safe spot would be right here. Okay, and of course, again, if I decide to move up, that could make a difference as far as how sharp I am. And if I move back, obviously I get blurry. All right, so and I already bumped up the aperture. So there's also that. So now if I make sure that I'm here and I keep, see that, it's gone. And if I keep this, then I'll be able to capture it. All right. So we're gonna try that. Okay. I'm gonna try it one more time without looking at that camera. Without looking at the picture. Just to make sure that I am adjusting myself. Okay. So that makes a difference as well. And then of course I can do one more, and then I can play around with a different look. So instead of me being here, I can be here. Okay. And that is that. That is actually all I have for you tonight, you guys. So we're gonna look at this right quick. And yeah, something like that. Something like that. So now if I go here and I go to my folder, these are the shots that I've taken today. Okay. And as you can see, let's do just JPEGs. As you can see, this is the last shot, obviously, and how much focus that came in. This is the one before it. Alright. And you see I was cleaning it up, but it definitely still looks good. Alright. And then even with this one. Simple but effective. Simple but effective. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have for you. Let me actually go ahead and cut this off. That did what I needed to do. And then I'll save that in a little bit. Actually, save it. Alright. So now let's use it for a video light. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys for today. Today was all about the one light setup, continuous light setup at that. Normally, I'm doing my speed lights, getting the flash in, and being able to capture the shot, again, being able to capture the sharpness. But today, I wanted to make sure that I did something very simple. I like the way that everything came out today, just because of the fact that I was able to understand and practice what I've been kind of going over on my own when it comes to understanding my lighting for one. So I did different light setups. Of course, my hair needs to be done, but that's beyond the fact. This is just for practice, okay? Then of course understanding how to use my softbox. I have the grid, and even if it was a $20 light that I got from Amazon, I still got really good shots. And then not only that, I was also able to utilize my reflector. Like even me just talking to you, I can reflect this. Like this is these are going to be some of the most easiest and I'll say least expensive ways for you to really capture some really really great images. And this is just with me doing self portraits. All right, I'm gonna do another session of doing continuous lights. I will probably at that time I'll have something else probably set up. I'll probably also make sure that I'm also setting up myself in a perfect light as well. So make sure I'm having my hair is gonna be done, probably different outfit, something so I can show that I'm actually doing a photo shoot for me. Um, and then going off of that. But I love this. I love this. I'm very very happy with this. I do got some other things I want to take pictures of right quick for my website, so I'll go ahead and do that. But ultimately, I thank you guys for tuning in and watching this. I can link the items that I use personally, and I don't have an Amazon storefront, but I will get one. I had one before, but it wasn't popular like I wanted to, so I'm gonna do it again. All right, so I'm not even gonna act like this big ass thing is popular. Like we're gonna do it again, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys have those links so you guys can try it out for yourself. Right? This is the live version. I will definitely do a recap version of it for people that want to see the shorter clips. Right? I know you don't want to sit here and listen to me and watch me talk for a whole hour or some change, but I'm very happy with what I did. I'm excited about what's about to take place, the things that I'm learning, the things that I'm actually testing out. And this is why I feel like everybody should really be doing a photography mistakes series. So that way you guys can really, one, make yourself take a bunch of pictures. Two, you are learning stuff on the go and on a weekly session. So I make it my duty to never miss a session because I know what it does for me. I know how beneficial it is for me. And I am making sure I'm utilizing what I have because I already got a whole list. Amazon Prime Day is here and it's about to be over. I have a list of things that I wanted to get. And I'm like, no, Jay, you can't do that. Work with what you got. Work with what you got. And the thing that was right now for me, the game changer, was my tethering cord. Because now I can really see my shots when I take them. So now I'm not confused. I'm not mad because I got a lot more blurry shots than anything else. I really can see them while I'm doing it. And you guys can also see that recording once I actually have that edited as well. It's a whole full circle. But before I start rambling, thank you, thank you, thank you. Check me out for the next one. I'll let you guys know what the next one's going to be about. I will start making more teasers and more thumbnails to create for you guys can actually see what to look forward to and what we're going to be talking about. All right, so you guys can also get your equipment ready. So if you want to do a virtual like this with me, you know, you got like I got a camera just like you, Jay. I have a one light setup. I want to be able to do some stuff at the house. I want to be able to do some self portraits. Let me know, and I will actually set up a Zoom. We'll do a Zoom. We can have a conversation. We can that one could be like 2 hours or whatever, whether it's Zoom or Google Meet. We can do it. We can make it happen, and that way we can all go ahead and just play around with some stuff. All right. So that's all I got. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you like this, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you want to watch more of it, subscribe and share it with a friend. Thank you.